Welcome back to XIM Data. So today we have two of the best gaming mice in the history of gaming mice. We have the Logitech G502 Lightspeed Wireless. Great mouse. One of the best mice for XIM Apex. Comes at 25,600 DPI to be exact. The highest of any mouse available. Made by Logitech. They currently have at least 7 other models of mice sporting a 25k DPI. But today we will be talking about this mouse versus the replicated version of the mouse by RAZER. Not exactly replicated, but it has a similar feel and a similar shape. And today we're going to be discussing both of them. And I believe these two mice to be the best mice for XIM Apex, or just in the world. Both of these mice come with a great amount of customizable buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this mouse comes with 11, and I'm pretty sure this mouse comes with 11 as well. But each of them have different placements as far as the button goes. Now this mouse right here, this is a Logitech G502. It comes with a thumb button, 2 side buttons, which are very convenient, and 2 buttons here as well. Now, from my experience, I honestly believe the G502 to be the most easy configurable mouse with XIM Apex. The shape can be somewhat hard to get used to depending on your hand size, but generally claw palm would fit nice with this mouse. I fingertip and claw and occasionally palm it as well. I've tried all grip styles. My hand is the right size to easily use all grip styles. The best thing about the RAZER BASILISK V2 is actually that it's more of a, I would say, a more thinner compared to the G502. It's a little bit more wide when it comes to that grip width here, as you can see. Now with the thinner grip width, you can actually grip this a little bit harder. You also have better grips on the side here. Also, every button inside the RAZER is actually an optical switch, therefore increasing your reaction time and speed. It also comes stock with glide feet that slide smoothly across the surface. Now I have applied the same or similar feet to my G502 just to enhance it, but RAZER comes stock with these feet. But I love my G502. It's very comfortable to use, and it's nothing else like it. And that is why you currently see me having both of the mice right here, right now. Now, this has an unlimited scroll wheel, which is useful for actual PC tasks, scrolling through documents and whatnot. This actually has an adjustable scroll wheel. You can control the tension down here. I would say this RAZER BASILISK V2 is definitely geared towards gaming, and it has some of the latest gaming features, optical switches in it. It has easily switchable profiles. You can switch between at least 4 to 5 DPI levels instantly from the bottom of your mouse. Color-coded profile switching on this little light here. 20,000 DPI versus 25k DPI. 25k DPI definitely has an advantage. It definitely improves the smoothness and accuracy of your aim with XIM Apex. So that is one nice thing about the G502. Where the G502 really lacks when it comes to the RAZER BASILISK V2 is probably the optical switches. These actually click crisper and actuate most likely a little bit faster because they're optical. It actually actuates at the speed of light almost, technically. But this is just me speaking based on my experience. Overall, the buttons are great on the G502 and respond accordingly to your presses. mostly at the top of the mouse where it's easily pressed down. It responds quite quickly. But here on this mouse, as you can see, it's such a crisper click and responds exactly how it should, as Razer designed it to. Now, another thing about these two mice is that you will definitely be able to grip this mouse a lot better and probably have better aim with it, because it has a thinner profile and a more design grip, better side grip here. You can actually really dig into it. Like, just look as I dig into this mouse. I can actually, you know, force it to do exactly what I want it to do. As with this mouse, you can actually do the same thing, but it's a little bit wider, so it's like it's not too wide, but it does have that small noticeable difference. But they are both so similar that it is very hard to notice. This one just cusp harder into your hand. As you can see, it literally just fits like a glove almost. Now, this is me releasing all of the data I know about these two mice to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Now, this mice comes wireless, so it comes with a USB dongle here, as you can see, Logitech G502. My experience with wireless with this mouse has been pretty decent. It can cut off due to interference depending on what other wireless signals you may have around your mouse. But generally, when there's no interference, it works pretty well. Now, when it comes to this difference in latency between a wired and a wireless mouse, wired will most likely always win. It will have the strongest connection, and you're guaranteed not to get any interference. And that is the pro of using a wired mouse. That's why many times on my videos, you guys will see me using the BASILISK V2 over my G502, and rarely or randomly pull out my G502 and use it just to get the feel of that 25K DPI, which I love. So that is the difference when it comes to these two mice. The BASILISK V2 is great. Overall, a great mouse for XIM. I haven't had any problems with mapping the buttons and getting a great amount of functionality out of XIM Apex in this mouse. Same thing with the G502. I would actually say the G502 has the best amount and perfect button placement for functionality with XIM Apex. These two buttons here specifically allow you to do crucial tasks when it comes to gaming with XIM Apex, in my opinion. You also have one clickable, holdable button here, and this is the button you click here to release the scroll wheel lock to let it roll endlessly. This button, this mouse here actually is more customizable compared to the G502. You can actually adjust the liftoff distance more accurately between values of 1 to 3 liftoff distance. This in turn allows you to achieve a more accurate effect during aiming. Generally, the best liftoff distance will be a setting of 1, but some of you may want to achieve different effects. This mouse will allow you to achieve that. It also has some other things in the software you guys may like. As soon as you change a setting in the software, it instantly saves to the mouse as soon as you unplug it. That's also a neat feature. Both of them have onboard memory. Overall, both of these mice are great. So great that it's hard to choose one, but generally when it comes to performance, I would probably choose the Razer BASILISK V2. If the Razer BASILISK V2 had more DPI, then it would ultimately destroy the G502, in my opinion. Overall, this is a great mouse for XIM Apex. I personally own both because I have been using the G502 for quite a few years now, and I am just completely comfortable with using it. The BASILISK V2 felt like a major upgrade when I purchased it. Also, it has anti-grease stains here. As you can see, it still has developed some greasing from the finger oils. But that's not really a major problem. This is bound to happen with every mouse, unless you use a coating of some sort. Overall, these are two of the best mice to use with your XIM Apex and will provide you with some of the best performance, offering two of the highest DPIs available, 20,000 and 25,000. I can definitely say 25,000 is worth it. It provides you with some of the smoothest, most accurate movements in game, aka sensitivity, effectively lowering your XIM sensitivity. You can actually plug your G502 up wired, but the cord that comes with the G502 is a little bit stiffer compared to the cord that comes stock with the RAZER BASILISK V2. As you guys can see here, it's a little bit stiffer. Not too bad when it comes to just being a cord. You'll have to use a bungee of some sort or just position it in a way that suits you best. I personally like to use my G502 wired as much as I can, even though it does have that slight latency. It's rarely noticeable, but potentially it can have interference, which will affect you the most when using it wireless. This mouse is prone to no interference or no wired problems. The bungee is like absolutely great. I don't even have a bungee. It just slides right there, and then as you can see, it easily maneuvers and follows my hand with little to no resistance of moving with me. Now, I hope I didn't talk too fast for you guys on this video, but if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. These are two of the best mice in XIM Apex. If you guys would like to see a part 2 of some sort, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.